This then is the AliExpress Zero Tolerance 0095 clone. That's quite nice, isn't it? I mean, the box itself is pretty good. It's a fairly good replica, built like a tank. I like that. Seriously overbuilt, proudly overbuilt, sorry, in the United States. Yep, nice box. Comes the knife. You get a little zero tolerance leaflet with it. And it's actually written in fairly good English as well. Unlike some of these things from China where you wonder quite what language they've been actually trying to write it in. Yeah, all the good stuff. Maintenance, blah, 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 and nothing about the state of California identifying anything as a cancer risk. So, it's a good knife. It's not a very good clone. It opens really nicely. That's not a lot of effort to open that. Both hands. You don't have to put a great difference, and that's very, very, very smooth. So, the difference is that we'll set it out immediately from a zero tolerance. There's no zero tolerance marking on there. These bolsters on the original are black. The frame lock is completely different. The frame lock that you can see in there actually extends down the side here on the original. There's no markings on the blade, and the real giveaway is that it's marked tactical gears. So it's a fairly good knife. It's just not a very good clone of the 0095. But it is very, very smooth. There's no nasty sharp edges. It looks vaguely like a zero tolerance knife, even if it's marked up with a completely different knife maker's logo on it. It was £15 as opposed to 177 odd, which is what we'd pay for them over here. And I can actually say it's a nice knife to hold. There's no horrible sharp edges. The pocket clip doesn't impinge very much on the grip. It is sharp immediately out of the box, which I think for a £15 knife, that will do really nicely. Can we make some nice little curly wiggly things? Yeah, that's 15 quid's worth of knife. And it looks good. It handles nicely. I think as a knife in its right, this is actually not a bad deal if you can find one. And they're still on AliExpress. I did check this morning, where they've got an awful lot of other zero tolerance. Yeah, right. Clones going. Clones of all sorts of other knives as well. So I know some people have a problem with clones. And I can't imagine if you're a manufacturer, it's very nice seeing some cheap Chinese knockoff like this. But I mean, you're never going to be fooled that this is a zero tolerance of any sort. And it is a usable knife that feels nicely made. Steel, anybody's guess, probably 440, who knows. This doesn't feel like cheap plastic, and it's got reasonable grip on it. You can see these are slightly different again from the original zero tolerance. These are kind of striated grips here, here, and here, but it replicates the look of it quite nicely. Again, on the original, those steel liners, or titanium liners, sorry, were actually flush with the top of the scales. It's not on this one. All in all, not a bad knife. Not a bad knife at all, particularly for the cost. And it looks like the original. It handles fairly like the original, I would have thought. It's obviously not made of titanium. It doesn't have lots of expensive metals in there or expensive components of any sort. But it is sharp, and it's had a bit of use, and it stayed sharp. And the finish hasn't rubbed off, which I thought it would do. It's nicely sort of worn, and it came like that. The same as here on this here. That hasn't worn. So it's not too badly made for a £15 knife.